So we got this gig doing a clinic at Guitarcenter Emeryville to support our books, the Bassist's Bible, and the Drummer's Bible. The idea was to play through some grooves using examples from our books and also answer questions about the material. We also wanted to show people how we use the books and how Mick and I work together as a rhythm section. Chad, the general manager at Guitarcenter, was really awesome, providing the space, gear, and even posters so we could pretty much walk in and play. We started out with a little background.
So we wrote that 10 years ago. We came out with a second edition a year ago. And after the drumming book started going so well, the publisher said to me, well, find a bass player and write a bass book. And I said, well, I don't play bass. He said, well, you don't need to. Just find somebody who can. So Tim and I were playing in some bands, and I threw the idea out to him, and the rest is history.
For an hour and a half, we worked our way through bass and drum grooves from around the world, explaining what we were doing and why.
So they're all a little different. So there's three or four variations with bass, but there are like 5 variations of shuffles.
Yeah, I'll show you a few more. But what's really neat is they're just subtle differences. But if you do stuff like this, probably the guitarist isn't even going to know what feels a little different.
We took questions. We sometimes had to look it up.
How did you learn how to do that?
Literally over the centuries. It's one generation passing it on to another generation, and all you have to do is study the tradition. You study the tradition, and then you learn, oh, that's what those guys were doing there. Cool. It's going to take a little bit of practice to get it down, but now I got it down. Oh, this is what they did 40 years later. They put this in there, you know? So it's really respecting the traditions that it all came from.
We told stories.
Most everybody knows about the blues. Personal experience, probably.
If you're a musician and you don't know blues, try making a living in music. You're going to find out about the blues.
And even improvised on the spot. By the end of the night, we'd gotten through 37 examples and had a blast doing it.
I could just throw in all kinds of things.
I know I learned a lot. I bet the next one will be even better.
That was cool. Let's do it again. That was fun.
We're here all week. Fun to listen.